Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the baby name tag. I've been tagged in this by quite a few of my mummy blogger friends, and I'm also going to be tagging another few friends at the end of this video, so if I don't manage to list them then they'll be in my description box as well, and so will all the questions. You guys seem to really enjoy my baby names I love but won't be using video, so hopefully you'll like this one just as much. So I'm just going to get right into it and see where my questions are. Okay, so the first question is, what is your favourite boy and girl's name from the UK top baby name list? That's really difficult because obviously I want to choose both Charlie and Ella, because if you're new to this channel, I've got a boy and a girl, so that's really easy. Charlie is my little boy and Ella is my little girl. But when I looked, Ella's actually number 9 on the UK top chart list, so that is a popular one. And then Charlie's number 5, so yeah, that is a 2017 version, and both of those names are still really popular. But if you were to ask me what my top girl name is, it would have to be Olivia. That was in my baby names I love but won't be using video. I still love the name Olivia. I think it's so classic, it's so girly, I love the way it looks when it's written down, and yeah, I just love the name Olivia. And for my boy's name, it's also another name that I mentioned in my video, which is Teddy. Bit of a controversial one because a few people are kind of like, Teddy, that's a bit of a weird name, but I just love it. I think it's so cute, and I love when it's shortened to Ted. Like, I think that's really cute for a little boy to be called Teddy, and then as he gets older and he's like a little old man, he's called Ted. I just think that's really nice. It's a nice transitional name for no matter what age you are. It's in the top 100 names and I absolutely love it. Man, the next question, I'm not a fan of this one. It is, what is your least favourite baby boy and baby girl name from the list? Oh dear, there's definitely going to be someone watching this with these names, so beforehand I'm so sorry. It's just my opinion and not everyone's the same, but the name that I like least from the list for girls is the name Ines. I know that's a popular name just now because celeb names, etc, but the name Ines reminds me of a few people that I went to school with because it was their surname. So yeah, Ines for me, it's just like a surname. And I do like surname names, but the people I knew with the surname Ines were actually guys, so it just reminds me of guys. I don't think it's very girly or anything like that, but I don't want to get too much into it because that could be someone's baby's name and I'm so sorry. Boy name that I liked the least was Wyatt, because it reminds me of Kimberly Wyatt, and also when it's written down it's spelled W-Y-A-T-T. It looks like watt, as in what is the wattage of your light bulb? I don't know, it just isn't a favourite for me. I don't hate it, which is what they've asked me in the question, but it's not my favourite. Sorry. Question number 3. If you had twins, God help me if I had twins, but if you had twins, what would you name them? Girl, girl, boy, boy, and then boy, girl. Okay, so for my girls' names, I would pick Emily and Georgia because they are 2 of my top baby names for girls. I love them, I think they're quite similar and they're just really girly, and I also think the name Georgia is just so cute. I just love that name. If we were to have another girl, I think we would have a Georgia. We don't plan on having any more babies at the minute, but if we did, then I would love the name Georgia if we had another girl. And I also like the name Emily, but you know that whole story about Fraser meeting a girl on holiday when he was 12 and the holiday romance, blah blah blah, that went on in the last video. Riot, but funny. Anyway, for boy boy, I like the names Mason and Mark, but Mark has got to be with a C. I just love the name Mark just now. I don't know what it is. I know it's such a popular name, but I just think Mark, little Mark, is just so cute. And I just think that looks so nice when it's spelt with a C. Is it just me, or are some names so much nicer when they're spelt differently? Even though you say them the exact same way, they just sound a bit better. I don't know what it is. Mark, Mark. It's the same, but different. And then for girl boy, it would be Gracie and George, just because of the whole like same initial thing. Plus I love the name Gracie. I think it is so cute, and Gracie and George are kind of more traditional names, so I love the name George. My great grandpa was called George, and as you'll know, I like keeping names in the family. Ella is named Ella May after Fraser's grandparents, both of his grannies from both sides, so it's Ella and May, and I just love the name George. If we have another boy, like I said, we're not planning on having any more babies, but if we do, then I do think George is a nice one as well, after we've had Teddy and Georgia. We need to move house. Question number 4 is, if I could change my name to anything, what would it be? This is the question I actually struggled with the most, even more than what are the names you hate the most. I don't know, I just feel that I actually suit my name. I don't know, you can tell me what you think I would suit. I think just now I suit the name Ash. Now my name is actually Ashley, like full name is Ashley, but no one calls me Ashley. If people call me Ashley, I'm either in work or people have known me from years ago or I'm getting into trouble. So yeah, if you call me Ashley, I will be on edge. I always get called Ash and I think I really suit my name. It just is stuck with me, and yeah, I think I suit the name Ash. But let's rewind to primary school. We had this like drama class come to our school and we had to take part in this, like, what was it called again? It was actually called the name game, and everyone had to like pick a new name and be a new character, and it was like a kind of X Factor audition type of Britain's Got Talent affair, and we kind of acted it all out and we were standing in the queue and I had pretend people coming up and videoing me, and I had to pick a name. Now at this point I'm like, what, 10 or something, and I put on this American accent and decided my name was Bianca. So yeah, so embarrassing. One of my friends have got the video of it and it is so embarrassing, but yeah, I was Bianca. And I think that was probably the name that I wish I had when I was younger. When I was born, I was actually supposed to be getting called Hayley right up until the last minute, and I don't think I suit the name Hayley at all, so I think I'm really well suited to Ash. So thanks mum for giving me a name that I actually suit. I actually love this one, right? And it is, you have 4 children, any gender. Their first names all have to start with the same letter, so what would their names be? Now, I found this one really good, I really liked it. Plus I tried to keep names that I've actually not used, apart from one. I picked 2 boys and 2 girls just because I thought that was fair. I would have Marnie, Max, Mila and Mason. That's like a strong team right there. Next is, what is your favourite animal inspired name? I thought this was going to be difficult, but when I actually started thinking about it, I was like, of course it is. My favourite boy's name that's animal inspired is Bear. Now, you have to have a certain look as a newborn to get away with Bear. You need to have a chubby face, fluffy hair, little small dark eyes. Yeah, I think Bear is the cutest thing ever. I also love the name Birdie. I know a girl on Instagram who's got a little girl called Birdie, and I think it is so cute. She also really looks like Ella as well, this little girl, and I've known her since well, not known her, I've known her through Instagram since like the kids were really small. I think Birdie must have been about 3 or 4 months and Ella was about the same, and they actually look quite similar. You could also go through the whole like Raven, Wren, there's loads of nice names, but those 2 are my absolute favourites. And the next question is, what is your favourite colour inspired name? Now, my favourite colour inspired name for boys has got to be grey. I think it's so cute, and plus because I'm really Scottish, it's like grey, like really punchy and like really broad. I think that's such a nice name, plus it's really cool, like no one else has that kind of name around here, so I love the name Grey. And for a girl, I absolutely adore the name Blue. When I was younger, I was on a night out and there was a girl who my sister-in-law Lauren went to school with, and her name was Blue. She had gorgeous red hair and really blue eyes, and she looked so cool. And then she said her name was Blue. I was like, she's the coolest thing ever. Her name is Blue. Who can get away with that? What are my 3 top boys names and 3 top girls names? My top boys names are Charlie. Obviously have to pick my boy's name every single time. I love the name Charlie. Even when I was younger and I had dolls, I would always call my boy doll Charlie. It was just my thing. I really love that name. The girls' names I kind of like went around about with, but Charlie was always my baby boy's name. Always. And if you can't already tell, my next 2 names are Teddy and Mason. I think they are gorgeous names. The only thing is with the name Mason is I couldn't pick that because our nephew is called Nathan, and Nathan and Mason is just a bit of a too similar, so we couldn't pick those ones. If I had to have a 4th like on that list that I could actually pick from, it would be George. I think it's so cute. I also like Bear. I need to get a bigger house for all these children with all these names. And for girls, obviously I'm going to pick Ella. That is my favourite girl's name of all time. I just love it and she suits it. I also love Georgia and I love Olivia as well, and you guys know those are all my top baby names anyway. I love those names. I think they are so cute. Plus they're also quite similar sounding. They're not too adventurous, but they're quite kind of different enough for them not to be run-of-the-mill. Although to be fair, Ella's name is what, top 9? You get my drift. Next question is, what is your favourite celebrity inspired name? And my favourite celeb inspired name has got to be Luna. I think it's such a beautiful name. I think it's just so delicate, it's short and snappy, and if you don't already know, that is what John Legend and Chrissy Teigen named their little girl, Luna Bell I think it is. She's so beautiful, and plus one of my fellow channel mum girls has just called her little girl Luna, and it's Charlie, JK and Charlie, you probably already follow them, but yeah, they named their little girl Luna, and she is so cute. It's such a beautiful name, and it's actually quite different. It's on the top 100 list, but I don't know where they base these lists from. Probably not in Scotland anyway, because I don't know anyone called Luna, and I think it's so lovely. Next question's a bit of a weird one, and it's what is your guilty pleasure baby name? But my guilty pleasure name, and it's a name that I love to pieces but would never be able to use, is Tallulah. I think it's so cute and so girly, and you just imagine this little girl with attitude and like just a little spoiled, cute, chubby, curly haired, rosy cheeks little girl, basically Ella. It's my guilty pleasure name only because I couldn't use this name at all when I was younger and I was kind of acting up and my mum and dad didn't want to properly give me into trouble. They would be like, right, come on Tallulah, and that's when I knew I was like, oh god, I just better start behaving myself. I love the name Tallulah. I think it's so cute, and I actually know a few girls on Instagram who have girls called Tallulah. It doesn't really tend to be like a Scottish thing, but it tends to be like England direction. The name Tallulah is actually pretty popular, and I think it's really nice. Next question is, what is your most hated baby names? The word hate is so strong when it comes to a baby name. Like, what's the big deal? You can't hate a name. But one thing that always sticks in my head when I think about names that I don't like is a news article that I read years ago. Like literally, I must have been primary school or like early secondary school, and someone had actually tried to call their babies Pocahontas and Pokemon, which were just so ridiculous. And I think they were actually trying to take this woman to court, saying that it was actually like a breach of the kids' human rights because they'll get like slagged at school. It didn't actually say they'll get slagged at school, but you know what I mean. They were basically saying that that was like a really ridiculous parental choice for her to make, to call her kids Pokemon and Pocahontas. Just so stupid. Clearly I cry for attention. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I don't like those names at all, and I don't think anyone else would. My favourite food inspired names, I actually love this question. My first one has got to be Olive, so it's kind of like a version of Olivia. I love the name Olive. I think you've just got such a cute, quirky attitude if your name's Olive. It's just very brave, a very brave choice of name, and you would have to have the personality to carry that one off. Also love the name Brie. I think that's really cute. Brie was actually my dog Lola's mum's name. So when we went to pick up Lola from when she was a puppy, her mum was called Brie, and I think it's such a cute name for a dog or a person. But yeah, I love the name Brie. Also Brie from Desperate Housewives, I mean, come on. And I also love the name Honey. I think that is a beautiful name. Also reminds me of Honey Boo Boo, not gonna lie. I could just imagine like a cute little girl called Honey. I think it's so sweet. Plus it's a pet name we use in this house all the time if I'm talking about the kids, or Fraser, or he's talking to me or the kids. We always use that name, so we really like that name, Honey. And my favourite month name has got to be obviously May, because Ella has May in her name, which is also after her gran, but she was born in May, so I really love the name May. I like the name April. I also like the name November. Don't know why, I just really like that name. I think it's quite cool. And the last question is, what is your favourite movie inspired name? And that's an easy one for me. It's got to be Alice from Alice in Wonderland. It's a cute name. It's also quite traditional, but it's really girly. It looks nice. I love the name Alice. That was a really easy one for me. And that is the end of the baby name tag. I really enjoyed doing that. I thought of so many different names, and I hope you guys did too. If you did, then please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love if you stuck around and hit subscribe to see more videos in the future. I'm now going to tag a few of my other mummy blogger friends. I know this video's been going on for a long time, so I'm actually going to just link them in my description box to make sure I don't tag people who have already been tagged. I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye!